Good evening, I'm Jenny Day. Thanks for tuning in to ABC 22 News. We have some information that has just come into the newsroom. The old funeral home on Route 11 in Moores, New York has collapsed. There are no known injuries at this time, but because of debris in the road, Route 11 between Route 22 and Hemingford Road is closed. So while some roads are closed tonight, others are incredibly slippery, and it doesn't look like we're going to catch a break tomorrow. Icy conditions have already caused multiple crashes and slide-offs. These accidents happened in Irisburg, Addison, and Ferrisburg. Vermont State Police say hydroplaning has been an issue on 89 as well because of all of this rain. There's a lot of standing water between exits 18 and 20. If you do have to travel that route, just take it slowly. A few ice jams have also formed and are causing major flooding. New York State Police say the Ausable River has overflowed, so Route 9 is also closed in both directions between J and Upper J. And in Middlebury, Vermont, 3 Mile Bridge Road is closed due to the Middlebury River flooding. So let's turn back to the Weather Center now. Michael, how long is this rain expected to last? Michael, frozen culverts are another problem. Neighbors on Packard Road in Jericho are quickly sandbagging the area to prevent flooding, but already we've heard that several basements are full. The fire department is there helping town highway officials. The Otter Creek River is also climbing, so flooding could be a problem there as well. All of this heavy rain and melted snow is creating high waters. You can see here it's also moving very quickly. Michael will keep an eye on that for us and let us know if it indeed gets close to flood stage. The rain did cancel events at the annual Winter Trails Day in Ripton, Vermont, but it didn't stop two from trading in their wheels for skis. ABC 22's Kristen Tripodi says those who don't normally have the chance took full advantage of this incredible opportunity to get free lessons. Well, a day of sledding with friends turned deadly. Police say a man died early this morning at Stratton Mountain Resort. Police say 45-year-old Lawrence Welk of Pittstown, New Jersey, got separated from his friends. Then they found him on the Lower Tamarack Ski Trail. The exact cause of death is unknown. Another death to report tonight. A University of Vermont graduate student was found at a South Burlington motel this morning. Police say 33-year-old Drina Verbick of Euclid, Ohio, was found dead at the Travelodge Motel. Police don't know how it happened, but do not suspect foul play. An autopsy is scheduled for early next week. Smashed glass and stolen goods. The Wallingford Family Dollar Store was robbed around 3 this morning. Vermont State Police are investigating who broke in and stole several cigarette cartons. It was all caught on surveillance cameras. Police say the suspect was last seen wrapped in a white blanket wearing a baseball hat. If you have any information, call Vermont State Police at that number there on your screen. Well, the Everyday Jobs Tour continued today. Lieutenant Governor Phil Scott was in Underhill at Camp Ethan Allen's training site. He worked with Vermont's National Guardsmen today as they took a safety exam. The Lieutenant Governor worked with gunners, mechanics, and other professionals performing the same tasks they did. One of the Guardsmen told us what it was like not just to work with Scott, but to meet him.
He does this quite often with different professions, but it's the first time I've gotten to meet him down here, and it's been a pleasure.
Tomorrow, soldiers in the 3rd Battalion will be honored with an award for service in Afghanistan. The ceremony is at 9 a.m. at Norwich University. South Burlington is still working to create a city center. At today's City Council meeting, a task force presented their vision for the project. The city center will be a central location where the community can gather. The plan is to include the library, the town government, and recreational areas. The task force wants it to be LEED certified. That's a federal standard that says the project is eco-friendly.
That this is, I think, all part of the real energy and the collaborative, cooperative nature of our community of South Burlington coming together to create positive change.
Though an exact location for City Center hasn't been chosen, it will be in the area of Market Street and take up about 100,000 square feet. Well, this next one is not a scene from Anchorman, but it is in fact a real-life cat show. The Vermont Fancy Feline Cat Club strolled through Burlington today with nearly 200 cats, and it was perfect. Good evening. We thank you so much for watching Fox 44 News tonight. I'm Jenny Day. One man is in serious condition tonight after an early morning stabbing in St. Albans. Police say the suspect was arrested shortly after the stabbing and remains behind bars. Fox 44's Kristen Tripodi spoke with neighbors who are worried about the rise in crime in the community. And police say Jones has a lengthy criminal record, including charges in Vermont and New York. Police say they include assault, weapons violations, and multiple drug charges. Jones will be in court Monday in St. Albans. It was a tense afternoon for employees at Walgreens in South Burlington. Police say a bomb threat was called into the store around noon. South Burlington police evacuated the building. The caller said he would detonate the bomb at a specific time if his demands were not met. He was demanding money be placed on a Green Dot debit card, which police say is linked to a nationwide scam. The Vermont State Police K-9 unit did a sweep of that building.
Over my time here, I've had a few, but thankfully we don't see them with any frequency. But you have to treat them as though they are legitimate until you can prove that it's not. It's that 0.5% or 1% chance that it could be real.
The dogs and the bomb squad gave them the all clear, and the Walgreens was able to reopen a few hours later. Burlington police say a man called 911 saying he had a gun and was going to hurt a lot of people. We now know this is what had Riverside Avenue in Burlington blocked off last night. The man was identified as 31-year-old Mohammed Saeed. Police say it's the same man who jumped from the Winooski Bridge just last week. They say he threatened to shoot police officers, but it turns out the alleged gun was a television remote control. He was charged with disorderly conduct and false alarm to public safety. State police have caught a fugitive who they say stole a car and set it on fire. 27-year-old Joshua Feinfrock of Bennington was found with Scott Moran of Pownell. Police say Feinfrock escaped police custody and stole a car in Sheldon. They found it on fire the next morning. He will be charged Monday with arson, possession of stolen property, and an escape charge. Overnight, 2 different people were caught going more than double the speed limit. In Cornwall, Vermont, 24-year-old Michael Bergeron was caught doing 85 in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. And on Route 7 in Salisbury, police say 20-year-old Michael Brouillard was going 100 miles per hour in a 50. Police say Brouillard was under the influence of alcohol and was charged with DUI. Both men were charged with excessive speeding. Well, it's the season hunters have been waiting for. Rifle deer season started today, and we stopped by the Jericho reporting station. In the first 2 hours that we were there, 15 hunters had already brought in a buck. The season is just 16 days long, so you have until December 1st. Remember, you can take 1 buck with at least 1 antler and has 2 points.
That was a beautiful morning. Blue jays and crows, and I heard an owl hoot. Sunrise was nice. Getting the deer is all secondary.
Fish and Wildlife says last season was the safest ever for Vermont hunters. They want to remind everyone of a new law that prohibits shooting a gun within 25 feet of the road. Also, it's not too late to buy a permit for this season. They are $22 for residents and $100 for non-residents. And it was also a successful day in the woods for Governor Peter Shumlin. He was out on the first day today, and as you can see, he got a 6-pointer. And now the weather was pretty beautiful for the first day of the rifle season, much warmer than it was earlier this week. So let's bring back Michael Page because we want to know how long this warm spell is going to last. Good Friday morning. Thank you so much for joining us and starting the end of your week with us. We're happy to have you.
Absolutely. And you can probably guess it is cloudy outside yet again.
Partial sun. We'll take it, right?
I know, right. Exactly.
We have to be optimistic here.
It's a little chance again. Yeah. Whenever there's a little chance, I'm at least happy.
Yeah. And Steve, we must have done okay because during a job interview, you have to be prepared for anything. So it's good that Glassdoor has combed through tens of thousands of interview questions shared by job candidates over the past year to compile its annual list of the top 25 oddball interview questions.
So these ones a little more odd, if you will. Oh, Google asked a candidate, how many cows are in Canada? Adele asked, what songs best describe your work ethic?
Okay.
Nice. Trader Joe's asked if we came to your house for dinner, what would you prepare for us? Probably something they want to say something organic.
Right, right.
And Petco asked, how would you direct someone else on how to cook an omelet?
So how many cows are in Canada?
I have no idea.
lot.
I would just say a lot, or 1,000, hundreds of thousands. I have no idea how to answer that. Yeah.
You don't get the job, Steve.
Yeah, I guess not. I've got to be creative on the spot.
Well, Glassdoor says, well, job candidates should be ready to take on some challenging and oddball interview questions. They should also expect to be asked some basic or common interview questions. Those, of course, are your strengths and weaknesses and why you would want to work for that company.
I had a phone interview with the Mount Washington Observatory when I was still in college
Okay.
about an internship up there, and they asked me what is in my trunk of my car.
Wow.
So I thought that was an odd one, and I guess that told your personality.
I was asked who the chairman is of the Federal Reserve.
Oh, got some quiz questions.
Ben
Okay.
Bernanke. I knew
Okay.
it. So.
Nice. Yes, they asked one.
I know, right?
Right up my alley.
Oh, I like that. What was in your trunk?
One of those horns you hear at soccer games.
Oh, yeah.
I always forget how to say the name
The
of it.
essentials.
The horns that you. One of
I'm
those.
so glad I asked. All right, thanks, Steve. Contrails, huh?
Yeah.
You've piqued my interest.
Ooh, always love to gain another viewer on a Sunday night.
We will be there, and we hope you are too. We'll see you right back here at 10 o'clock. Have a great Sunday.